Good evening. My name is Alice, and I'm sure you all know me from my adventures in Wonderland. And speaking of Wonderland, I had a rather curious day indeed today. I should like to tell you. Would you like to hear? Wonderful. Well, it started off like any other. I was having tea, and of course, I started hearing the ticks and tocks of my grandfather clock inside my house. It was louder than usual, so I looked into the mirror, and then once I looked into the mirror, I noticed there was something rather curious about it. It didn't look like it normally did until I put my hand through it. It was magical of some sort, and then next thing I noticed, I was falling right through it. A looking glass, I should think. And then I ended up in another house. The only thing was, this house was rather interesting. Everything seemed to be backwards, and everything seemed to be in reverse order. Then, of course, once I left the house, I happened to meet a red queen, who told me that all this was part of a chess game, and she told me that I was the pawn, and that I would soon become queen if I was to follow her orders. I did accept the challenge, and then once I got through the game, I did become queen. And then I ended up having the most peculiar tea party. Actually, no, it was a dinner party, do forgive me, with the red and white queen beside me. And what was rather curious about this dinner party was that all the food seemed to be talking to me. Like, for example, I was trying to cut the leg of mutton, and all of a sudden it shrieked and said, "How would you like a slice of me, you creature?" I was quite terrified, and of course the queen said to me, "It isn't very etiquette to cut someone you've been introduced to." I should like to think that's true. Of course, I did agree to that, and then all of a sudden, everyone became quite mad, and next thing I know, I woken up, back in the armchair, inside my house, near the looking-glass mirror. Oh dear, it looks like we're out of time. I would like to tell you more about my adventures, but I best be going off now. Ta-ta!